welcome back. Alrighty, let's talk to Flemeth and Alistar. Alistar, who is going to be incredibly whiny.
See, here is your fellow Grey Warden. You worry too much, young man.
You're alive. I thought you were dead for sure.
Oh, so you remember?
Oh, this doesn't seem real. If it weren't for Morrigan's mother, we'd be dead on top of that tower.
Do not
Yep.
talk about me as if I am not present, lad.
I didn't mean... But what do we call you? You've never told us your name?
Names are pretty, but useless. The chastened folk call me Flemeth. I suppose it will do.
The Flemeth?
Oh,
From the
now he
legends?
knows who she is.
Daveth was right. You're the Witch of the Wilds, aren't you?
And
Oh,
what does
brother.
that mean? I know a bit of magic, and it has served you both well, has it not?
She knows more than a bit. She's like the bomb, okay? She knows stuff nobody else knows. Because if she could
The
keep
largest part of the Horde has moved on. We are
Darkspawn
safe
from
enough for
using
now.
magic.
Old Flemeth knows a
My
thing or
God.
two about hiding. The longer you are here, the less that is true, however. These things will notice you eventually.
Yeah, that's true, because just like you can,
Well,
we can
we
spot
cannot have
them,
all
they
the
can
Grey
spot
Wardens
us.
dying at once, can we? Someone has to deal with these dark spawn. It has always been the Grey Warden's duty to unite the lands against the Blight. Or did that change when I wasn't looking?
No, it hasn't.
That doesn't make any sense. Why would he do it?
Now that is a good question. Men's hearts hold shadows darker than any tainted creature. Perhaps he believes the Blight is an army he can outmaneuver. Perhaps he does not see that the evil behind it is the true threat.
The archdemon.
I wouldn't say
I
that.
am just an old woman who lives in the wild.
Alistar is the real
I
Grey
know
Warden.
nothing of blights and dark spawn.
Well, whatever Loghain's insanity, he obviously thinks the Darkspawn are a minor threat. We must warn everyone this isn't the case.
And who will believe you? Unless you think to convince this Loghain of his mistake.
He just betrayed his own king. If Al Eamon knew what he did at Ostagar, he would be the first to call for his execution.
Well, then let's tell him. Why don't we?
I suppose.
Why didn't you think
Al
of that?
Eamon wasn't at Ostagar. He still has all his men. And
Because
he
you're
was Caelan's
dim-witted.
uncle. I know him. He's a good man, respected in the Landsmeet. Of course, we could go to Redcliffe and appeal to him for help.
Well, I'll pretend like that's your idea, shall we? God forbid.
Of course. The treaties. Grey Wardens can demand aid from dwarves, elves, mages, and other places. They're obligated to help us during a blight.
It's
I may
probably
be
hurting
old,
you
but
using your brain,
dwarves,
isn't it,
elves,
Alistar?
Mages, this Arl Eamon, and who knows what else. This sounds like an army to me.
So can we do this? Go to Redcliffe and these other places and build an army?
And even after all of that, he asks, can we do
So
it?
you are set then, ready to be Grey Wardens.
Wow. Dim-witted. It pains me that I just adored Alistair the first time around.
No, thank you. You are the Grey Wardens here, not I. Now, before you go, there is yet one more thing I can offer you.
Mm-hmm.
The stew is bubbling, Mother dear. Shall we have 2 guests for the eve, or none?
The Grey Wardens are leaving shortly, girl. And you will be joining them.
Such a shame. What?
You heard me, girl. The last time I looked, you had ears.
No, we need her.
Have I no say in this?
You have been itching to get out of the wilds for years. Here is your chance.
Without her,
As
we'd
for you,
fail
Wardens,
miserably.
Consider this repayment for your lives. Pardon me, but I had the impression that you two needed assistance, whatever the form.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth,
Oh
but
God, here we go.
won't this add to our problems? Out of the wilds, she's an apostate.
If you do not wish help from us illegal mages, young man, perhaps
Yeah,
I should have left you on that
You on the
tower.
tower, yeah.
Point taken.
Mother,
Exactly.
this is not how I wanted this. I'm not even ready.
You must be
What do you
ready.
mean you're not
Alone,
ready?
these two must unite for Eldon against the Darkspawn. They need you, Morrigan. Without you, they will surely fail, and all will perish under the Blight. Even I.
I understand.
And you, Wardens.
How would she
Do
perish?
you understand? I give you that which I value above all in this world. I do this because you must succeed.
Well, I guess maybe her power isn't strong
Allow me
enough
to
to
get
hold
my
off a blight.
things, if you please.
And even if she turns into a dragon, that's one against...
I am at your
Thousands.
disposal, Grey Wardens. I suggest a village north of the wilds as our first destination. 'Tis not far, and you will find much you need there. Or, if you prefer, I shall simply be your silent guide. The choice
Nope.
is yours.
Run your mouth, and if you get annoying, I'll freeze you. So,
You will regret saying that.
Dear, sweet mother, you are so kind to cast me out like this. How fondly I shall remember this moment.
Well, I always said, if you want something done, do it yourself. Or hear about it for a decade or two afterwards.
Do you really want to take her along because her mother says so?
yes, you dumb ass.
I guess you're right. The Grey Wardens have always taken allies where they could find them.
I am so pleased to have your approval.
I wonder how many times in the game Alistar opens his big mouth and
I
then
may
takes
have
back what he
answers.
said.
Ask. 'Twas she who raised me, and thus I consider her my mother, born from her womb or not. 'Tis what you meant, yes?
Yes, let's talk about her while she's standing right there.
Mother was alone long before I came, and will be so long after I am dead. Such is her choice, though I suspect she would claim the choice was made for her.
Which is a little weird that Morgan
From time
thinks
to
that
time, I have been to
she'll
the village I
predeceased,
mentioned, watched its people,
predeceased
and
her.
wondered what curious beings they are. On occasion, I purchased goods from the village merchants. There I spoke
Because that's
with
not the
men
norm,
a
you
little.
know.
There they stared and knew me as an outsider. Mother wishes for me to expand the horizon of my experience beyond the wilds. Even she was not born here. 'Tis a small place of little consequence called Lothering. No more than a stop along your imperial highway where travellers purchase goods from local farms and smiths. I would go more often were it not for the town's chantry. It makes the village particularly intolerant and unpleasant for a stranger such as me.
A chantry.
But we're going there
And
anyway.
they never in all this time thought that maybe you were a witch.
Of course they have. They even called out their Templars once. They found nothing.
What would they be looking for? To
I
prove
know
that she's
few
a witch.
spells, though I am nowhere near as powerful as Mother. I have also studied history and your Grey Warden treaties.
Can you cook?
I can cook, yes.
She looks like, why would you even ask that? So I'll
Right,
tell
my
her.
cooking will kill us. That's all I meant.
I also know at least 15 different poisons that grow right here in this marsh. Not that I would suggest 'tis at all related to cooking.
You don't
The
need
real
poisons to
question
kill
is
us.
how we are going to get your friend past the Darkspawn, is it not?
That's true.
Yes.
We can sense the Darkspawn. Conversely, they can sense us.
Yeah, that's because
You
she's
won't
too
right
new.
away. No. It takes time. We should be able to sneak past smaller groups, but larger ones, or particularly intelligent Darkspawn, will always detect us.
Mother
Yeah.
has given me something else for them to smell instead as we pass by. 'Tis important we head out of the wilds, however, not farther in.
Okay.
They come from underground, like an eruption. They broke through deep within the forest, and that is where they will be most concentrated. Farewell, Mother. Do not forget the stew on the fire. I would hate to return to a burned-down hut.
Oh, 'tis far more likely you will return to see this entire area, along with my hut, swallowed up by the blight.
Oh,
All I meant was...
talk about putting in your
Yes,
place.
I know. Do try to have fun, dear.
Touching moment between mother and daughter.
Have you not
Not-
left yet? I hope you are not hanging about for some stew.
No, I just want to make sure you don't have anything else to say.
Questions. One would think a Grey Warden would be more interested in action. Looking for new spells. Secrets you think old Flemeth has cooked up over the years.
Yes.
Well, they're of no use to you without years of practicing my ways. I am not
I
like your
would.
circle with its books, you see. Not that I would mind a replacement daughter to order around.
Believe me, you do not want that.
Since before I was wrinkled and old. You may think it strange, but I was once young and beautiful, just as Morrigan is now. Yes,
I don't believe... I mean, I do believe it.
Flemeth then, and some even killed for her.
I believe it.
I am not, nor was I then. It dictated all that followed. But enough. You have your task to complete.
I want to know more.
Have a moment's peace for once.
I'll be
I
right
hear
back.
the